Okay, I'll start. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining here. I will share my screen, and it's just an introduction of who I am. I lead a community in at Aspire for Her. In fact, it's called Her Sport Ki Champion. I also lead a community called Entrepreneur, which is a collective of 22,000 women entrepreneurs. And typically, what we do is accelerate businesses of those women entrepreneurs. I have been the sports editor of NDTV for 16 years, and I've been in the industry for 23 years. I have covered many Olympic Games and cricket events. I've been a media trainer with the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, and I have been a part of Aspire for Her, mentoring on different platforms for about 6 years in Aspire for Her and a few years outside as well. And my the reason that brings me here is my quest to be a change maker. That's who I am. But today I am here with you as primarily as the lead of Aspire for Her Foundation, talking to you about storytelling. And the reason I'm talking to you about storytelling is because I come from a space of storytelling, and I am not going to be using templates and devices and tools to tell you how to build stories, but taking you through practical modules how to build your story. And why stories? When we talk about brands, and first thing first, I think, can we have the cameras on, or we prefer to stay behind the hijab? It would be great to see all the faces, but if you prefer to not put your cameras on, that's fine. And it's very important to have an interaction, one-on-one interaction when you're building stories, because often your story become a part of my story, and my story become a part of your story. And the reason, and all of you, I believe, entrepreneurs and entrepreneurs are here because you have a story to tell. Your brand has a story, and that needs to be highlighted. What I understand is that all of you are preparing to pitch your brand to the VCs, to investors at the Durgapreneur Investor Summit, at the Pitch Summit. So storytelling becomes an integral part of that journey. How to build your story? It's not just about throwing in the numbers, throwing in that pitch deck, but how do you construct that very beautiful line, or that very beautiful piece that touches a raw nerve? I think a lot of you would be watching television ads. These days, we watch viral videos, and in between the viral videos, there are ads popping up. Some of them we remember, others we forget. The ones that we remember are the ones that leave a lasting impression on us. And it's not just the stories, the brand as well. Um, One brand that comes to my mind at the moment, it's an FMCG brand. It's a soap called Liril. A lot of you would know about Liril. A lot of you may not know about Liril. And it came at a time when Preeti Zinta was an emerging actress. And that Liril advertisement launched Preeti Zinta. It was a beautiful ad that left a lasting impression on generations to come. And it was not just about the ad, it was about the way the story was told. Another ad, it's the Cadbury's ad, which one sees very often during the festival season, during events, I would say women's sports events. It's about a girl, a batter scoring a last ball six to win a match. And then her boyfriend or her partner comes in and celebrates with her. It's about gender empowerment. It is about reversing the story. We often remember these ads which stand out, which are unusual. So if you have a brand, you will have to look at that little quirk, that thing that is unusual, or that makes you unique. That is your story. I think Stuti is here. Stuti, if I can bring you to the discussion and ask you a little bit about what your brand is. I think it's an electrical company. What is it? What is it about?
Hi, Rika.
Hi.
I'm Stuti, and I'm the co-founder of Mine Electric. We are an EV startup working in the electric vehicle space, and we are working with a very novel battery technology and building an electric two-wheeler.
Oh, lovely, lovely. So, what would you call your unique story?
I think, to be honest, you know, I am young. I'm just 21 years old. I'm a woman and I do not come from a tech background, but still I'm working in a very deep tech, innovative startup. And I believe there's a reason why people should still listen to me, because the problem statement that we are working on can be very revolutionary. It can, it has a very positive impact on the climate if we reach to the commercialization stage. And I often get this question when we pitch that, oh, you're young, or you're from a non-tech background, and what's the probability that this will actually succeed? And you are no experts here. There are so many people with years of experience working on it. To which I just say that there are experts, but they are not working on the statement we are. And I think that's where I get my passion and
I
courage.
think, yes, I think passion, courage, and your mission statement
Yeah,
to build a sustainable product that an environment friendly product is what your storyline is. I understand. And yes, a lot of people are going to doubt you. People are going to question you, particularly being a woman. You will face a lot of those prying eyes as to
right.
she's 21 years old. What does she even mean? When I started working in the field of sport, I was perhaps one of the very few journalists. I've been a sports editor at a time when India had no other woman sports editor. So
Yeah.
I have been asked questions as to what do you know about sports when I sat in panels. So, kind of people will challenge you all the time, but that's no reason to give up your dream. That's all the more a reason to keep up with your dream. And I'm very happy to know about your venture, Suti, and you're so young, miles to go. And I think one of the things that we all need to do is believe in our own stories. And while believing in our own stories, we should keep our eyes and ears open, understand what is going on around us. Because see, we are developing a story which we know the best, but there are a lot of times when other things are happening around us which may be relevant to us. We should try and incorporate that in our product, in our stories, to
Definitely.
make our product 360 degree. It has to, every story has to have a 360 degree dimension. That's what will make it believable. That's what will make it relatable. Also, I think many of you by now have joined in. If you want me to speak in Hindi or you want me to speak slow down, please tell me, because I'm going at a pace that may not be relatable to many of you. But I wanted to keep it interactive to hear your stories and maybe sharpen your stories a little bit. Shikha, would you like to go next? Shikha, you're on mute. I can't hear you. Eman, we will get to you after Shikha.
Okay.
Can you hear Shikha? Shikha, can I listen to Eman and then I get back to you? You work on your audio then? I'll come back to you. Eman, let's
Hello.
hear you.
Hello.
Hi,
My
Eman.
Hi, hello. Myself is Aman, and I belongs to Tier 2 and Tier 3 city, where
कहाँ से है आप?
I'm from. My upbringing is from Patna. I've done my schooling and college from Patna, and then I came to Jamshedpur. And being from Tier 2 city and Tier 3 city, there is a very less exposure of entrepreneurship to the women.
बिल्कुल.
लाइक तो जब मैंने अपना जर्नी स्टार्ट किया एंड आई एम डूइंग माय स्टार्टअप ऑन पार्किंग प्रॉब्लम्स, लाइक ये एक ऐसा
वाह.
प्रॉब्लम है जो हर एक इंडिविजुअल एवरी कार ओनर्स फेस करते हैं. तो जब मैंने अपना जर्नी फ्यू इयर्स बैक ड्यूरिंग कोविड टाइम्स आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन दिस एंड आई हैव गॉन थ्रू सो मेनी थिंग्स. लाइक जितने भी मैंने अभी तक कार ओनर से पूछा तो स्टिल दे आर फेसिंग द इश्यूज. छोटू से झंझट हो जाता है, हेरासमेंट होता है.
बिल्कुल. बिल्कुल.
तो जब मैंने ऑल्दो आई एम एन इंजीनियर बट जिस अभी जो टेक का जितना रिवोल्यूशन आया है, एवरी डे टेक इज डेवलपिंग. और जिस तरह से चेंज आया है इंडियन मार्केट में टेक को लेकर और बाकी सारी चीजों को लेकर, तो आई केम टू नो कि हम लोग को ना टियर 2 सिटी स्पेशली वी डिडंट बिलोंग्स टू मेट्रोपॉल्स. मेट्रोपॉल्स में बहुत एक्सपोजर्स है, बेंगलोर आप चले जाओ, दिल्ली चले जाओ, बट हमें वो एनवायरमेंट नहीं मिलता है कि हम लोग अपने चीजों को एट पार रख सके. जो हम सोच रहे हैं उस चीज के लिए एक प्लेटफॉर्म नहीं मिल पाता है. तो
So what
अभी
is your story, Eamon? How are you pitching your product?
एक्चुअली यू
What
कैन
is your
से
product?
माई प्रोडक्ट इज आई एम सॉल्विंग पार्किंग इश्यूज. लाइक जब मैं अपने पापा के साथ छोटी थी, तो जब घूमती थी, तो वेन एवर आई यूज टू से कि पापा मुझे ये चाहिए वो चाहिए, तो ही यूज टू से कि बेटा यहाँ पार्किंग नहीं है, यहाँ गाड़ी नहीं रुक सकते, तो तुम दूसरे दिन ले लेना.
So
जब
I
मैं
understand your problem
या
statement,
जब
Eamon, but what is the solution? How are
Actually,
you doing
our
it?
solution is we are providing our app is Parkosai. We are an app for a gap. Like जहाँ जब it works on a host and guest model.
Hmm.
And जिसके पास भी वैलिड कार पार्किंग स्पॉट्स हैं, वेदर उनके सोसाइटीज की पार्किंग हो, अपार्टमेंट की पार्किंग हो, ऑफिस या मॉल्स को पार्किंग हो, तो दे कैन होस्ट देयर स्पेस इन आवर प्लेटफॉर्म एंड दे
Hmm.
कैन अर्न मनी ऑल्सो. सपोज
Hmm.
कोई लेडी है, उनके हस्बैंड वर्किंग है, वो चले गए अपना सुबह 9 बजे 9 to 9 जॉब पर चले गए, तो दैट लेडी दे शी कैन होस्ट देयर स्पेस एंड अर्न मनी on the hourly basis. And there is also one option, she can activate and deactivate their slot. Like
Got
आप
it.
2 9 है लेकिन आप अर्ली आ गए, तो आप अपने स्पॉट्स को डीएक्टिवेट भी
और
कर.
ये सिर्फ और सिर्फ क्या आप पटना में ही चला रहे
नो,
हैं या
इट्स
फिर?
ऑल ओवर इंडिया, ऑल ओवर इंडिया, बट ड्यू
ओके.
टू सम फंड क्राइसिस हम लोग उस लेवल पे लॉन्चिंग नहीं कर पाए. दिस इज माय प्रॉब्लम. लाइक वी बिलोंग्स टू सिटी जहां हमें एक्सपोजर नहीं मिलता है, तो
एमन,
हम
आप शार्क टैंक
नो.
देखते हैं?
No, not really, but few clips I've seen like YouTube पे जो आते हैं clips. So that is the issues.
So I think a brilliant thing about Shark Tank is that it empowers people not just from big cities but also small towns like you come from,
Yeah.
पटना. So मेरे ख्याल से ये जो बात आपने कहा ना कि हम स्मॉल टाउन से है, एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का कल्चर नहीं है. आई वुड टेल यू इवन बिग सिटी में एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप का कल्चर नहीं है. बड़े सारे लोग सोचते हैं दैट एंटरप्रेन्योर्स कैन ओनली बी पीपल who come from wealth, जिनके पास पैसा है वही एंटरप्रेन्योर बन सकता है. पर मुझे लगता है अब जो सपोर्ट मतलब जो इकोसिस्टम बन रहा है, तैयार हो रहा है, जैसे कि अगले 6 दिन आप लोगों के लिए हम बहुत सारे ऑन डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स लर्निंग सेशंस करेंगे. जो लर्निंग्स आपको दिया जा रहा है, जो ये पिच फेस्ट का जरिया आपके पास है, इट विल मेक फॉर अ बेटर इकोसिस्टम. ऐसा नहीं है कि स्मॉल सिटीज में नहीं है और बिग सिटीज में है. it is true for a small city girl and a big city person also that entrepreneurship is difficult. It is a very lonely journey and it is a very difficult journey. और हमें इस बात की जिक्र है, हम समझते हैं, इसलिए आपके साथ हम कोलैबोरेट करके ये सारे सेशंस आपके लिए कर रहे हैं. कमिंग टू योर स्टोरी, आई थिंक एमन, योर स्टोरी नीड्स अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट in the sense that I understand you're trying to solve the problem of parking, but the problem of parking is very unique to each city.
Yeah.
अगर आप सिटी टू सिटी काम कर रहे हैं, से आप पटना में काम कर रहे हैं, आप कलकत्ता में काम कर रहे हैं, गुवाहाटी में काम कर रहे हैं, हैदराबाद में काम कर रहे हैं, दिल्ली में काम कर रहे हैं, I think it needs a little bit of research in terms of her city में, her community, and parking is a very community thing.
Yeah,
The
right.
problem of parking is also a very community specific problem.
Right.
आपको हर सिटी में ग्राउंड में जाके थोड़ा आपको रिसर्च करना पड़ेगा, and your story will come out better.
Yeah.
Your story will come out better through research, because ये इसका ना कोई टेम्पलेट नहीं है.
Okay.
आप दिल्ली में कुछ जगह में भरे हुए हैं गाड़ियां, पार्किंग बिल्कुल नहीं मिलेगा.
Right.
कुछ
Right.
जगह है बिल्कुल खाली है, वहां पे मतलब इक्के दुक्के गाड़ी दिखते हैं. पर you have to make your, this is a brilliant problem statement and a great way to find a solution, but your solution pan India will only be found if you do your research well. That's my, I think that's a point that I can tell you, and that's my instant understanding of what you bring to the table.
Yeah, I completely agree. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Shikha, I'll come back to you. I think you've sorted out your problem. अभी भी मैं आपको सुन नहीं सकती हूँ. Can anyone hear Shikha? Is it just me? I can hear Shikha.
No, we are not able to hear.
शिखा, आप अपना क्वेश्चन टाइप करना चाहेंगे? आई एम रियली सॉरी, हम आपको सुन नहीं पा रहे हैं.
Shikha, can you please switch off your video if network is an issue?
The network looks fine because her picture is fine.
Because she was able to talk in the last call only where we all were there.
Okay. I will come back to Shikha. Anyone else who wants to ask me about, talk to me about their problem statement?
Yeah, I'll go if anyone.
Joyita, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
So our problem statement is in India, like a lot of we are from the education sector, based out of Mumbai, but working pan India. So being a teacher, I started my career as a teacher, and I found that I wanted to be the best teacher ever, and I wanted to give a lot to my kids, but
What
I
do you
was just
teach?
it's an interesting journey. I started teaching 11th and 12th, and I moved down to preschool because I
Wow.
wanted to learn. Yeah. So I wanted to teach, and I wanted to be that teacher whom everyone remembers. Hopefully, in the seminar, in the workshop, my preschool teacher will be coming if she is well. So I wanted to be that kind of teacher who is always remembered by everyone, but I couldn't be that. The reason was my HM did not support me. HM had lot of things to do, and that kind of made that young Joita who started her career. So it was like, okay, now it's time. How can I solve this? And this is how I started climbing the ladder. And Shikhadi I did my internship with her, so I know her back in 2012. So I then through that, because I couldn't do a lot of thing as a teacher, I somehow started my career and then became a principal in next 5 years. I was heading a school, and then I realized I'm not trained to be a teacher, and this is when I got a few mentors who helped me become a good principal. And then this is why my school became one of the exemplar school in Maharashtra. And that is when I realized, and it was a high income school. Then I realized what a informed and a knowledgeable principal can bring in the table, right? If you know how the process is. And this is where I took a shift from being a principal to training principals. How about start? Because in India, unfortunately, there are very, very few organizations who work on upgrading the principals. A lot of organizations work on with students. Lovely. I started as a Teach for India fellow. A lot of people work with teachers but not with the principals. But who is the decision maker? The principal. So this is how Barefoot Edu Foundation was founded, that let's upgrade the principals to bring in that change in the school which we all want to give to our children. And this is how we started. And here we are today, that trying to empower the principals and the headmasters and the school leaders. A lot
So
of
you run a
principals are also
foundation.
working.
Joyita, you
Yes,
run a foundation that
yes.
that trains the principals. That's
Not
a very
trains, we will not, we are a
it's
partner in their journey.
okay. That reskills, upskills, are those the words that you use?
Upskills.
Upskills the principals. Okay, I think that the next question will be asked, what is the skill that they lack?
So we work with the affordable private schools and the government principals right now. So affordable private schools mean the slum schools who the between the fees range of 200 to 1500 in cities, and in villages and all it should be 200 to 500. So this is what they lack is, the main thing is planning and dreaming that how that school can go from this to there,
Vision.
because for them
You lay a
vision.
vision board for them.
Yes, first thing is vision and a belief in them that they can do, and the path. So it's a 2 years of fellowship where we upskill the
I think,
principals for 2 years.
Joyita, when you go and pitch your product, you should say that we are the vision makers of the makers of India, of tomorrow's India.
Okay,
Or we craft the vision for makers of tomorrow's India. Something like that. That is your story.
okay, that's true.
That's your storyline that you should go with. And that's a very powerful storyline, because these are who are teachers. Teachers are the ones who empower us from the time we start out our education, and they hold our hand till the time we are able to walk on our own. Our mothers are our first teachers, and then we find teachers along. So you are actually trying to envision for that whole space that draws for us, the canvas that is being drawn for us.
The
So your
entire
story is very,
ecosystem of school.
yeah. So your story is very powerful. And where are you doing this? You're doing only in Bombay or in Pan
No, no,
across
no. So we are pan India. We are working with 1.5 lakhs of principal in UP. We are working with principals in HP, Himachal Pradesh government. We are working with 50 government principals of Mumbai Municipal Corporation. And we have 32 affordable private schools all over Delhi, all over India. One school is in Bangalore. And these affordable private schools are mainly schools of slums and communities.
And have you already done any rounds of funding? Have you got CSR fund for this?
Yes, yes. We started in 2019, so we just completed like 5 years, and we have funding, like we have received funding from different funders like Deloitte, DHL. We Teach for India incubated us. SBP has helped us, so we do get funding from them. But this year we have actually moved. So we started with affordable private schools because it's they have that need, and they also believed that they need that skill, because most of the affordable private school principals are also owners. Matlab, they have a house and they started a school, but they have no knowledge, just like my story, that I was a teacher and I became a principal in 5 years. So
Hmm.
then we have from last year 2022 we have started partnering with governments, and it has come because government approached us. We did not approach government, but we are also working in partnership with other organizations because we believe in collaboration. So Mantra for Change is also our partner in UP,
Hmm.
and in HP we're working with the government along with some we call them barefoot rahis, some collaborators. And in Bombay we are working with Teach for India because
Lovely.
one of our founder is also a fellow. We A lot of Teach for India fellows are in the organization. Yeah.
Mhm. So yes, in terms of storytelling, I think you have got your story there. And a lot of us are on social media, and this is for everyone, not just for Joyita. A lot of us are on social media. Now, when we do our social media, I think it has to be a little strategic. If today Joyita is talking about building a generation of principals who are empowered, who have a larger vision, then maybe her social media posts tomorrow have to in some way reflect the vision that she is creating for the rest of the society. We tend not to take our social media posts in the way that a lot of us, in the way it should be. We go out on a dinner, we post about it. We are in a park, we are posting about it. But again, what we do, and here I'm coming to talking about personal branding. Personal branding is not about what you're wearing or how you're speaking. Personal branding is about the thing that you're passionate about, and you're marrying that with your personality, with your sense of self. You are, if your vision, see, my whole what should I say, passion is about empowering women. So I have worked with women in sports. I have worked in I worked with young women. I have worked with women from different backgrounds who have needed acceleration either in their businesses or in their careers. There are some women who needed a hip pocket skill, and they have come to me to understand that one extra skill that will make them valuable in their jobs or in the workspaces that they are. So I consider myself as someone who's very passionate about giving them that skill. So if I were to do my social media, if I were to do my personal branding of things, it will have to reflect who I am and what I mean to the society. I think we should all start using our personal social media spaces better. We of course have our own company social media, or our organizations doing some social media for us. You guys, all you entrepreneurs have your own business handles. But aside of your business handle, the person you are, the vision that you reflect, the mission that you have, I think all of us as individuals, we should have our vision and mission statement very clear. And I think all of you are very clear about vision and mission. Vision is, it's an overarching thing. It could mean that you have a target over a period of time. Mission is that you finish that mission in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and that becomes a milestone. And then you have another mission. In the sense, as when we talk about aspire for her, the mission is to add 1 million women to work by 2025 and 10 million by 2030. That is the mission of Aspire for Her. And vision is to create a generation of financially independent women. So we all, as individuals, I think individuals, entrepreneurs, we should have our own mission and vision statements very clear. And only when we have it clear with us, about us, will be able to reflect it in our own businesses.
So, Rika, you're saying that even personal social media, because I am a person who's not at all active in social media, like Facebook and all. So, is it like, because for me, it's like keeping personal life, because a lot of people are
So
there.
you do not have to tweet about, or to tweet or put your personal life out on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, but use Facebook and Instagram as a tool to let people know what you mean to the society, what you mean to the ecosystem, what you as an entrepreneur bring to the table, what you are doing. See, I mean, I think everyone here knows about Vinita Singh. Show me,
Sugar.
show me the hands that know about Vinita Singh. I think a lot of people will know about Vinita Singh. When you look at Vinita Singh's social media, a lot of it is about how she's interested in fitness and all other things, and not really about sugar cosmetics. It is a lot about her vision in life. She not just Sugar is not just about makeup. Sugar is also a brand that is about empowering women. It is helping women not just to understand, not just to put on makeup, but just that, just to be ready for that war that we get ready for every day. Just be ready to take on the world. So sugar is not just about sugar, but getting ready for bigger things. So if you look at her social media persona, it's all about her. It's all about her fitness. It's all about the other things that she does, not really about selling sugar cosmetics. But with all of us who have an identity in a space, like Joyita is a teacher, um, Eamon, you are building a startup. Stuti, you are building a startup. All of you guys, you have an identity. And I think, talking about pollution-free world, talking about what it means to our ecosystem, what it means to Gen Next, talking about ESG, these are the things that you can talk about. See, EV is something that you're building, but that your larger vision is what your statement is, your business statement. And on your social media, use it then to talk about these things that you truly believe in, Stuti. Electric vehicle is something you're building, you're giving as a solution. But why you as an individual thought about the solution? Because you truly, truly believe that climate change is upon us and it is being disastrous, which is why we should not just go towards electric vehicles, but convince a generation that this is what is needed. And that's how you should use your social media. Sorry, there was another raised hand. Shika, are you good to talk
Hello?
now? Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes,
I couldn't hear you. Yes, please go on.
yes, yes. Okay.
I yes.
Actually, being I am the grassroots level woman, because my birthplace is village, Bankura district, Siluri village. Huh? So then I come. Actually, my father's working at DSP Durgapur steel plant, and then we are migrating to Durgapur. Okay. तो एक्चुअली हम शुरू मेरा MSW कंप्लीट करके हम लोग एक NGO में काम शुरू किया. ओके. तो उनका पास जब शुरू किया 4 साल हम पूरा की पूरा विलेज जो 9 डिस्ट्रिक्ट में हम विलेज में
আপনি বাংলায়ও বলতে পারেন।
বাংলায় বলবো ওকে
হ্যাঁ।
ওকে ওকে থ্যাংক ইউ তো আমি তখন ওই অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমি ওই
For the
এনজিও তে কাজ
benefit of others, I will translate, but let her tell me in Bangla what she wants to say. Yes, Shika, বলি।
ওকে তো আমি তারপরে MSW করার পরে আমি একটা বিগ এনজিও ক্যালকাটা বেসড এনজিও তে আমি কাজ শুরু করি সেখানে আমার মেইন কাজ ছিল সাস্টেনেবল এগ্রিকালচার ওকে তো আমি বিভিন্ন গ্রামে মানে মালদা ডিস্ট্রিক্ট বা মেদিনীপুর বিভিন্ন ডিস্ট্রিক্টসে আমি অ্যাজ এ কোঅর্ডিনেটর কাজ করতে শুরু করি এবং সেখানে একদম প্রত্যন্ত ভিলেজের মধ্যে আমি থেকে কাজ করতে শুরু করি যখন দেখি যে ওখানে সমস্ত মহিলারা তাদের চাষ যে করছে প্যাডি চাষ সেই পুরো কাজটা মহিলারা করছে মানে একদম গ্রাসরুট থেকে মানে বীজ বপন করা রোপণ করা প্লাগিং করা বাট যখন ধানটা কাটছে যখন ধানটাকে নিয়ে আসছে বাড়িতে তখন কিন্তু পয়সাটা মেল মেম্বাররা ইউজ করছে তার নামে কোনো কিছু নেই না পয়সা পাচ্ছে আর না ল্যান্ডের কোনো রাইটস আছে তো এইভাবে আমি যখন আমি সার্চ করতে আমার এক সময় স্ট্যাগনেন্ট লাগছিল যে আমি নিজে কিছু করব কারণ আমার ওখানে চাকরি করাটা আমার জন্য নয় এবং আমি একটু স্বাধীন চেতা এবং আমি এত প্রবলেম যখন আমি ফেস করেছি তখন আমায় কিছু একটা করতে হবে তো এইবারে আমি যখন আমি আমার যে আইডিয়াটা ছিল যে আমি মহিলাদের ল্যান্ডের রাইটসটা দেবো এবং এটা কিন্তু এক্সিস্টেন্স গভর্নমেন্ট রুলসে আছে কিন্তু সেটা কাজে লাগছে না মানে সেটা কেউ জানেও না নো আবার আর কেউ পাত্তাটা পাচ্ছেও না মহিলাদের নামে কিছু নেই সব পুরুষদের নামে হয়ে যাচ্ছে তো আমি এই আইডিয়াসটা কাজ করতে গেলে আমার তখন খুবই মানে বাবা মারা গেছেন আমারও একটু ইকোনমিক্যালি প্রবলেম আমার চাকরিটাও আমায় করতে হবে তো আমি এমন একটা কিছু করছিলাম যে আমি একদম স্বাধীনভাবে কাজ করতে পারবো তো আমি আমার আইডিয়াসটা তখন অশোকা ইনোভেটর ফর দ্য পাবলিক আমি কলকাতায় যে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করতো তাকে আমি দিলাম যে আমার আইডিয়াসটা এটা আমি এইভাবে কাজ করেছি তো বললো এটা গুড ভীষণ ভালো কাজ তো আমরা এটাকে পাঠাচ্ছি যদি তুমি পাও তাহলে তুমি অশোকা ফেলো পেলে তোমাকে 3 বছর পুরো ফিনান্সিয়াল সাপোর্ট দেবো তুমি নিজের মতো তোমার ইনোভেশন আইডিয়া নিয়ে কাজ করতে পারবে তো তখন আমি যা গড গিফটেড যে আমি আমার অশোকা ফেলোটা 2004-এ পাই এবং আমি সঙ্গে সঙ্গে সবকিছু অপরচুনিটি চাকরি বাকরি সব ছেড়ে আমি আবার বাঁকুড়ার চাঁদরা শুশুনিয়া পাহাড়ের গ্রামে আমি চলে যাই যেখান থেকে আমি স্টার্ট করেছিলাম সেখানে আমি 10 জন মহিলাকে নিয়ে স্টার্ট করি তাদেরকে অ্যাওয়ার করি যে কিভাবে জমির অধিকারটা তোমরা পাচ্ছ না তো এবারে একটা চ্যালেঞ্জ মানুষজন সেখানে একটা মাওবাদী এলাকা সেখানে মানুষজন ছেলেরা মেল মেম্বার ভাবছে যে ওদের মেয়েদেরকে মানে বার করে একটা কিছু করছে। তো এইভাবে আস্তে আস্তে ধীরে 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 আমি সবাইকে মোটিভেশন করি। আর একদিকে আমি অ্যাডভোকেসি চালাই গভর্নমেন্ট অফিসারসদের সাথে, বিডিও, স্টেট মিনিস্টারদের সাথে আমি একাই কিন্তু লড়ে যাচ্ছি। বাট অশোকা ইজ এ গ্রেট অপরচুনিটি টু মি, যে আমি আমার কাজটাকে নিয়ে যেতে পেরেছিলাম। তারপর আস্তে 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 যখন আমি 100টা গ্রুপ তৈরি করছি, 150টা গ্রুপ তৈরি করছি, এবং ল্যান্ডের পাট্টাটা যখন আমি মেয়েদেরকে দিতে পারছি, তখন একটা আলাদা আনন্দ হচ্ছে যে আমি কিছু একটা করছি। তো এবারে যখন অশোক আমাকে বললো যে তুমি তো ভাই একা এত বড় তোমার এত সুন্দর কাজ, তুমি তো আরো তোমাকে মানে এগোতে হবে, তাহলে তোমাকে একটা কিছু অর্গানাইজেশন করতে হবে। তুমি ফেলোশিপ আমি অনেক পেয়েছি, কিন্তু ফেলোশিপে তুমি এতটা কাজ এগোতে পারবে না, তোমাকে একটা এনজিও বা ট্রাস্ট একটা করতে হবে। তখন আমি এনজিও সম্বন্ধে কিছু জানতাম না, আমার কাজটাই মোটিভেশন ছিল যে আমি কাজটা কি করে করবো আর কিভাবে আমি ওই মহিলাদের কাছে পৌঁছে যাবো। তারপর আমি জাস্ট 2005-এ আমি সিওসি, সোসাইটি ফর রিসার্চ অ্যান্ড রুডিমেন্টারি এডুকেশন অন সোশ্যাল অ্যান্ড হেলথ ইস্যুজে আমি একটা এনজিও স্টার্ট করলাম, মানে রেজিস্ট্রেশন করলাম। কাজ আমি 2004-এই শুরু করে দিয়েছি। তো আমার কাজটা যখন আমি দেখলাম যে মেকানিজমে আমার লোক আদালত আছে, মানে গভর্নমেন্ট স্কিমে, কারণ আমি তো একা, আমার তো অত পয়সা নেই যে আমাকে তো গভর্নমেন্ট স্কিম গুলোকে ইন্টিগ্রেশন করে আমাকে এম্পাওয়ার করতে হবে। তো তখন আমি দেখলাম যে মহিলারা কেউ ভয়ে কোর্টে যেতে চায় না, পুলিশের কাছে যেতে চায় না। তখন আমি বাঁকুড়াতে গিয়ে কোর্টে কথা বললাম, লোক আদালত ডিপার্টমেন্টের সাথে কথা বললাম যে আমার লোক আদালত তো অ্যাজ পার রুলস গভর্নমেন্টের গ্রামে বসতে হবে, তো গ্রামে এসে তুমি লোক আদালত বসাতে হবে। তখন তারা বললো এরকম তো আগে কেউ করেনি, ঠিক আছে চলুন আমরা গ্রামে বসবো। তখন পুলিশ, কোর্টের জাজ, মানে অসাধারণ একটা আমার তখন মানে আমার চ্যালেঞ্জটা যখন মানে ফিল্ডে ইমপ্লিমেন্টেশন হচ্ছে, তখন আমি ভীষণ খুশি। মানে আমিও তো গ্রাসরুট লেভেলেরই একজন মহিলা, আমিও অনেক অধিকার থেকে বঞ্চিত হয়েছি। তো তখন এইভাবে আমি ওইটাকে স্টার্ট আপ যখন করলাম, তখন মহিলারা প্রচন্ড খুশি, মানে একটা সাহস পেলো মনে যে আমরা তাহলে পুলিশ ল আমাদের সঙ্গে আছে। আর এরা একদম প্রত্যন্ত ট্রাইবেল, মানে একদমই মানে একদম গ্রাসরুট লেভেল। কিন্তু
এখন আপনার প্রবলেম স্টেটমেন্টটা কি and what is it
আমার
that you want to solve?
হ্যাঁ, আমার প্রবলেম হচ্ছে যে আমি যে কাজটা এগোচ্ছি, এই কাজটা এগোতে গিয়ে আমার আরো কিছু জায়গায় কাজ, এবং তাদের ছোট ছোট এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপ, মানে যেন গুড় বিক্রি করছে, পাতা বিক্রি করছে। ওরা তো আপনি আগেই যেটা বললেন যে বিগ এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপ মানে শহরেও যে হয় বা গ্রামে হয় এরকম না, কিন্তু তারা তখন কিন্তু এই বাঁশের কাজটা করছে, সাবাই গাছের একটা প্রোডাক্ট বানাচ্ছে। ওটা যে বিজনেস হতে পারে সেই জায়গাটা আমি ওদেরকে দেখিয়েছি, কিন্তু আমিও জানতাম না যে এটা বিজনেস হবে। আমি ওটাকে কি করে বিক্রি করে ওরা দুটো পয়সা পাবে এবং ওদের লাইভলিহুডটা চলবে, বাচ্চাদের
মার্কেট
এডুকেশন
লিঙ্কেজ,
হবে। হ্যাঁ, মার্কেট লিঙ্ক আমি ওটা মানে
মার্কেট
ওই
লিঙ্কেজ,
হ্যাঁ
সেটা এটা
যখন
বেসিক্যালি
exactly,
আপনি এন্টারপ্রেনার্সদের জন্য মার্কেট লিঙ্কেজটা চান
আমি
তো?
তখন অন্ত্রপ্রনার শব্দটাই জানতাম না, জাস্ট ওই জিনিসটাকে আমি যখন আমি 2011-তে আমাদের টিজ টাটা ইনস্টিটিউট সোশ্যাল সায়েন্সে যখন আমি ওদের সাথে যুক্ত হলাম, তখন ওদের দুজন প্রফেসর আমাদের মেম্বার, সত্যজিৎ মজুমদার এবং সমাপ্তি গুহা, ওরা গ্রামে এসে আমাকে বললো যে দ্যাট ইজ কল এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপ, মানে এই যে ছোট ছোট করে মহিলারা তৈরি করছে গুড়, শালপাতা, ব্যাম্বু কাজ, সামাই গ্রাস, এই নানা যে কাজটা তৈরি, এবং এগ্রিকালচারের সবজিটাও ওরা বিক্রি করছে। তো
হুম।
এইভাবে আস্তে আস্তে আমি আমার কি আমি আমার মেন হচ্ছে চেঞ্জ মেকার, কারণ আমি মহিলাদেরকে সেই জায়গাটা যখন আমি 5,000 মহিলার কাছে পৌঁছেছি এবং
এখন
তাদের
এখন কি এখন you help them, you give them a seed capital
আমি
to become entrepreneurs?
এক্স্যাক্টলি আমি তাদেরকে আমি ছোট ছোট করে তাদেরকে এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপ মডেলটাকে তৈরি করতে চাই, গ্রামের মধ্যে প্রোডাকশন ইউনিট করতে চাই, এবং তারা যাতে আরো বিক্রি করে তাদের যে মানে এক্সিস্টিং এবং তাদের যে ইন্ডিভিজুয়ালিটি সেটা যেন আসে, এবং তারা যেন আজকে এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপ
কত
হিসেবে আমার মতো যেন।
কতজন এরকম উইমেন
আমি
এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপ
অ্যাকচুয়ালি আমি
entrepreneur
এখন
আছে?
এখন আমরা টিজের সাথে প্রায় 100 জনকে আমরা ছোট একটা সিড ফান্ড দিয়ে আমরা এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপ তৈরি করেছি একদম প্রত্যন্ত গ্রামে। এবং আমার 5,000 মহিলার সাথে আমার মানে বিল্ড আপ, মানে সবার সাথে এগ্রিকালচার, ভার্মি কম্পোস্ট, বিভিন্ন ধরনের জিনিস তারা তৈরি করছে। এবার এই ব্যবসাটাকে মার্কেট এবং ভিজিবিলিটি করা, এবং তাদের কাছে পয়সাটা কিভাবে তারা মেনটেন করবে, কিভাবে পাবে, আর তাদেরকে একটা সিড ফান্ড দেওয়া, এটাই আমার লক্ষ্য।
Shikha, so couple of things. I am here to you on behalf of the Durgapreneur Pitch Fest. So basically, I'm here to do the storytelling session with you and personal branding. That's one of the things that I would love to tell you, how you can present your story better. Your story is about empowering 100 other women. It's not just about you, but there are 100 stories that you could tell. right? There are 100 women who can be helped through you. So
Yes,
your
yes,
story is about helping 100 women.
yes,
You know, the helping 100 women, 100 entrepreneurs. That's one of the things, and very
yes.
lovely. Really, really lovely. Also, the other thing is at Aspire for Her, we accelerate business of small and medium entrepreneurs and all kind of entrepreneurs. So I have dropped my number on the chat box. You
Yes.
can take my number.
What is your
Aspire
name,
for
please?
Rika.
Rika. Okay, Rika.
So you can get in. So my colleague Amisha will also give you her number. So you can get in touch with Aspire for Her, because typically we accelerate women-led businesses. So all of you who are a part of this session are welcome to join Aspire for Her. Amisha, Farisha, if you can join that, if you can drop the link also to joining the Telegram community. আমাদের একটা টেলিগ্রাম কমিউনিটি আছে
আচ্ছা,
যেটাতে
আচ্ছা,
আমরা women entrepreneurs দের সাথে regular interact করি, and we help them in business acceleration.
গামছা।
All of you, very nice, Shikha, and I'm very proud of you that you are accelerating so many small businesses. And yes, when you go and pitch, your story is about empowering 100 entrepreneurs, and that's a very, very powerful story you can tell. And Shikha, again, use your social media well. If you use your social media well, apni jodi, and language doesn't matter really. You can write in Hindi, you can write in Marathi, you can write in Bangla, you can write in English. It doesn't matter as long as you can. That's the link to joining the entrepreneurial community. Farisha, please inko Telegram link bhi de dijiyega.
Yes.
That's the Telegram link. So you can write in any language as long as you are able to communicate your thoughts well. Nothing should get lost in translation.
Okay,
Even if one word gets lost in translation, then you have lost the interest of your viewer, listener, investor. So everything has to be very clearly communicated. Please, Shikha, and all of you who are in this room, use your social media to tell the story that you truly believe in. Your business is a story that you believe in. You may not sell, you may not put the products on your social media, but why you came, Shikha, you have a wonderful story. You came in
Yes,
to empower these women to have patta of their land, right?
yes,
Give them the land rights.
yes,
After
land
land
rights.
reforms, a lot of women across the state did not have the land rights. So
Yes,
you started by giving them land rights, and today you are accelerating their businesses. So it is a wonderful story of women empowerment, which you should also use your social media to tell.
thank you, Rika, thank you.
It's a lovely story. I am inspired by you and by
আর
you, Stuti.
এই জন্যই আমি এই ইনোভেটিভ আইডিয়াটার জন্যই অশোকা আমাকে ফেলোশিপটা দিয়েছিল, এবং আমি আমার জার্নিটা এখনো কন্টিনিউ করছি, 25 বছরের জার্নি। কিন্তু আমি চাই যে আরো 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 যেন আমি সবার কাছে পৌঁছে যেতে পারি, এবং এইরকম গ্রাসরুট লেভেলে যেন ছোট ছোট এন্টারপ্রেনারশিপ আমি তৈরি করতে পারি।
Absolutely, absolutely. It's miles to go, Shikha. It's just that you have started very well, and I believe that the sky, we have reached the moon, and now we say that moonshot is not just the shot we should go for. There should be many, many. We should travel to other galaxies as well. Any other questions that I can address at this point? And apologies who didn't understand Bangla, so I just translated it for you. Shikha started out with the mission of empowering women, giving them the land rights, and today she accelerates 100 plus businesses, women-led businesses.
Hi, Rika, Nazia here. Can I share my story?
Yes, Nazia. Yes, please go on.
All right. So basically, it starts like this. Something which we are very common to, that's like power cuts, increasing power tariff. The government is spending X crore, 1,000 crore rupees on the infrastructure, and there's still more deficit. So that's the problem I am looking at. And if you ask me how do we solve it, there's just one question I'll ask you. Would you like to spend 5,000 rupees and look at spending, what do you say, saving 30% of your bills? Or would you want to spend 1.5 lakh and look at taking free electricity? Which one would inspire you more?
No, sorry. I didn't get you. You
I'm
spent five.
I'm looking at solving the energy related problem. Incidentally, that lands up being a part of the UN goals and things like that as well. And so I have two ways, as in like before I answer how I solve that problem, there are two questions, as in one question which I'll ask. Would you want to spend 5,000 rupees and start saving 30-40% onwards on your bill? Or would you want to spend 1.5, 2 lakh and look at having free electricity for life?
I think, for me personally, I would say that 5,000 rupees will work, because I am someone who believe that if I only pay a tariff, should I be getting something in return?
Correct.
If that free thing, personally, I don't believe in that. Nothing comes to you for free.
Correct.
Anything that
So you
comes
are
you
paying
at a
1.5
discount,
lakh for it. You are paying
at a
1.5.
discount and free, personally, I am a little suspicious of anything that's been given free to me. Why am I getting anything for free?
Basically, so that's where we enter in. What I do per se is I look at a premise. It can be your house, it can be your office, it can be a washroom in your office, it can be a commercial working place, it can be parkings, it can be apartment associations, independent villas, cold storages. I'm talking of minus 20-degree also, what we've done, pan India. And like that, it's like any place where there's a light, we can help you save electricity. Now, how this story gets bigger is a few years back, I attended a meeting somewhere, and that particular brand said that they did a project, as in a case study on on a apartment association. You will be aware that in most metro cities, if your tower is more than 4 or 5 floors, you need to keep the emergency staircase lighting on, whether anybody uses it or no. All right. Now, there you take a quantum of, say, a 10-tower society, and each having at least 20 floors, 15 to 20, or 10 floors also if you count. Count 18 watts, which is burning for 16 hours, and nobody is using that electricity. When we look at installing some kind of an automation, okay, whether it is on app based or not app based, that's not the point. Like we have a range of solutions for it. So when you start doing that, your saving goes if I have to quantify what is the saving without a number, it's like saying what you save there in that 10-tower society is capable of giving electricity to one village for 1 year.
Mm.
So that's
Okay.
the impact of change.
Nazia, I will ask you a very simple question. I
Yeah.
understood what your business is. If you were to pitch to an investor, how in one line will you concise your story? In one line, what would be your story?
In one line, if you'd ask me, I've been researching on some stories. There is a very famous man who studied under the street light. And even
Oh,
today,
sorry.
there's a very famous man of India who studied under the street light, reached at the helm of affairs, and even today we celebrate every student who studies under the street light. Is that what we want our India to look like?
Lovely. Yeah.
And that's the ugly reality. As in, we in cities believe it's our right. I have the money, why not spend that money? But we are taking somebody's right away. Is it correct that somebody else has to, it is not getting the utility because we are wasting it? You're adding to global warming and all that is another thing. But today, education is turning into a primary right. And for something like that, also, you do not have amenities around to support you.
Hmm.
So when it,
Absolutely. No, I got what your story is. Your story, if it is told well, it is a very powerful story. And again, I should insist, Nazia, that your larger mission is to save electricity, is to empower more kids, more women, more men. So I think that is something you should talk about on your personal social media. We don't understand normally as individuals, being Rika, being Nazia, how many lives we are changing or we are impacting. On a day-to-day basis, what we do may really change a life or impact a life. We don't realize because, we are in the in that wheel. We are constantly driving that wheel, and we don't realize as a part of that, when we are driving that wheel, as a part of that wheel, how many more people are impacted, changed, or you are driving positive changes. So you should talk about it. And if you don't talk about it, see, no one gets to know.
I actually, this is a very good takeaway. What I'm taking, generally, Facebook was just a place where you keep yourself. I didn't know what information to push on that handle. The company page will push once in a while. Like Jayata, I am also kind of a social media recluse. It's good for doing TP, but in reality, I wouldn't want to portray my life in there. So this is a good pointer which you pointed
You
out.
don't have to. You don't have to put your
It's
personal
a
life
very good
out.
thing. That's a very good takeaway. What I'm gonna do, which will add to my work. Just a trivia to add on to why what we are doing is very special. I have a all women team in my office,
Oh, lovely.
and what is more interesting is I'm a BA psychology. My team are BCom, and they even know how to do wiring and check if the products are working or not. So, as in the parents won't recognize these girls, what they joined in now, and what they are now and what they were
Where are
then.
you based, Nazia?
Bangalore.
Bangalore. Okay.
Yeah. So that's,
Okay.
I mean, I'm from Bombay, married, came to Bangalore, set up things, and like, yeah. So my family, everything is out here as of now. So we are seeing as in that realization, sometimes the women don't even get a chance and time to think, because the moment I finish the meeting, I'm going to be going home because there's a maid waiting. The children have to study for exams tomorrow. That pause doesn't come where we can push. So this definitely is a good takeaway. Like I posted a few weeks back on my social media, that was
See,
at a
this is how you are also empowering your children. 6 years from now, your children open your social media and say that, look, mommy had sent out this message 6 years back or 5 years back. You are empowering a generation with your ideas. And there are little nuggets of information that only you and you know. There's no one else. Shikha knows about your business. Joita knows about your about her business. Tuti, you, every one of you who are there. Those little tiny bits of information that you have, no one knows. And unless you share, we have a brilliant network of social media. If unless we don't share and make it into and own those stories, no one knows them.
So very true, very true. So that's a very good takeaway. I'll start using my personal, as in I just put a post, but I've never seen it on a larger spectrum. It's more like an intrusion where somebody will come and
So
watch what
you
I don't
have
want to
to
post on.
you don't have to put out which fancy dinner you went for, or which sari you wore, or which dress you wore. I mean, I don't call it trivial at all. Some people do that wonderfully, talk
I'm not
about it
comfortable. I'm
frequently.
not comfortable. It's easy for me to look than to be there.
Even I'm not comfortable. I can't talk about that. I can't put myself out that way. But then there is a purpose to my life. That whole understanding who I am, why I am, what am I doing in this space.
Correct.
So I am doing something, you are doing something, Stuti is doing something, Jaita, Madhumita, Neha, everyone, Bhashmati, everyone is doing something, contributing towards the ecosystem. So what are we all for? So that understanding who, why, what should come on our social media.
Definitely. I'm taking
And the
that.
language doesn't matter. I think, Nazia, you said you are from Bangalore. Can you read or write Kannada?
I'm actually grateful to my son. He's not studying, so because of him, I'm really catching up.
Okay.
So I can survive Kannada, but that finished.
So I think one of the things we as women should actively also do is connect to our community and try out. I mean, of course, we should write in English. We should write in the language we are comfortable in. Shikha, you should definitely write in Bangla. Jaita, if you're comfortable in Bangla, write in it. Hindi. I mean, Hindi is the biggest connect that all of us have. It's probably the only connect that, apart from English, only connect that all of us have on this platform. So anyone who's comfortable in writing any other language apart from English should also communicate their ideas, their life purpose through their stories on social media.
Definitely. That's a very good takeaway. Thanks, Rika.
Thank you very much, Nazi, and all the best to you.
Thank you so
Keep
much.
empowering.
Thank you.
Very inspirational. I think, Gunjan, can I take one last question? Chandra, yes, please. I'll just have to seek permission from Gunjan because we are a little over. Gunjan, is it okay? She's not speaking, so let's not waste any time. Chandra, please go ahead with your question.
So I have not no any question, but I want to share my story.
Please
Uh,
do.
और एक्चुअली मुझे वो स्टोरी बिल्ड करना आपसे क्योंकि अभी आप बहुत अच्छे से सबको बता रहे थे कि किस तरह से वो स्टोरी बिल्ड हो सकती है।
जी।
सो मेरे नाम चंद्रा किरण है और मैं
चंद्रा, आप कहाँ से हो?
यूपी के सोनभद्र डिस्ट्रिक्ट से हूँ। ये 20 एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में आता है।
मुझे
और
पता है।
तो
हाँ जी, बोलिए।
हम लोग मेरा उपक्रम एजुकेशनल फाउंडेशन है और हम लोग गवर्नमेंट डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ एजुकेशन के साथ मिलकर प्राइमरी ग्रेड के बच्चों के साथ काम करते हैं। हमारा फोकस लर्निंग एंड लाइफ आउटकम को इम्प्रूव करना है अंडर सर्व कम्युनिटीज का। सो मैं 2018 से यहाँ पे काम कर रही हूँ। मुझे 6 साल हो गए और हम लोग अभी 3000 बच्चों के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं। और हमारा स्टोरी टेलिंग पेडागोजी है जिसके थ्रू हम बच्चों के साथ क्लासरूम में काम करते हैं कि वो अपनी लैंग्वेज को क्लास में लेके आए, अपनी लैंग्वेज में एक्सप्रेस करें और उनके साथ और वो पूरे उनको एक कंड्यूसिव लर्निंग एनवायरनमेंट उनके लिए क्लास में तैयार हो। मैं यही सोनभद्र डिस्ट्रिक्ट से हूँ और मैं अपने गांव की पहली लड़की हूँ जिसने 12th के बाद पढ़ाई जारी रखी। और खानदान की भी मतलब मेरे घर में भी किसी को अलाउ नहीं था कि वो
More
12th।
power to you, Chandra.
थैंक यू। तो मेरे पेरेंट्स ने एक बहुत बड़ा घर मतलब गांव में एक ऐसा सबसे दुश्मनी थी कि मुझे हॉस्टल पढ़ने के लिए भेजा। और इसके बाद तो मुझे लगता है मैं एजुकेशन में इसलिए भी आई और खास तौर से लैंग्वेज पे मैं इसलिए काम कर रही हूँ क्योंकि मेरा खुद का स्ट्रगल रहा है। क्योंकि मैंने देखा कि 12वीं के पास बाद अगर लड़कियां पढ़ नहीं पा रही हैं, इनफैक्ट मेरा ज्योग्राफी में भी लड़कियां ही नहीं लड़के भी जो मैं अपने आप को कह सकती हूँ कि मैं प्रिविलेज हूँ कि मुझे ये मौका मिला। पर जो हमारी ट्राइबल कम्युनिटी है या अंडर सर्व्ड कम्युनिटी के अन्य लोग हैं उनको 8वीं के बाद भी पढ़ने के मौके नहीं मिलते हैं। और मुझे समझ में आया कि अगर एजुकेशन हो है तभी आप कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स को समझ सकते हैं और उन चीजों को बेहतर कर सकते हैं जो आपके रीजन में है नहीं। और सोनभद्र को इसलिए पिछड़ा कहा जाता है कि यहाँ एजुकेशन सिस्टम अच्छा नहीं है, यहाँ पे हेल्थ नहीं है, यहाँ पे लोगों के जिंदगी जीने के लिए जो जरूरी चीजें होती हैं वो नहीं है। तो रिसोर्सेस और जगहों पे है पर यहाँ के लोगों को नहीं मिलता। और ये एनर्जी कैपिटल ऑफ इंडिया इसको कहा जाता है, फिर भी ये इतना पिछड़ा हुआ है। और जब मैं अपनी ग्रेजुएशन के लिए इनफैक्ट यहाँ से 120 किलोमीटर दूर वाराणसी है, मैं वहां पढ़ने के लिए गई तो वहां भी लोगों को नहीं पता था कि सोनभद्र डिस्ट्रिक्ट है। फिर मुझे दिल्ली में भी ऐसा लोगों से जब मैं बात करती थी, अच्छा सोनभद्र ये कहाँ पड़ता है, क्या करते हैं, अच्छा किसी को पता होता तो बहुत पिछड़ा है। मेरे लिए ये एक बहुत मुझे ये बात हमेशा दिल पे लगती थी कि अ, ये सोनभद्र पिछड़ा है, आप इससे जानते हैं पर क्यों पिछड़ा है, क्या हम कभी उसके बारे में जानने की कोशिश किए। तो मैंने एमबीए कंप्लीट करने के बाद कुछ दिन कॉर्पोरेट में और एनजीओ सेक्टर के साथ काम किया। और मैं 12 साल से डेवलपमेंट सेक्टर में ही हूँ और एजुकेशन में मुझे हो गया 12 साल काम करते हुए। तो मुझे यही समझ में आया कि अगर एजुकेशन किसी भी जगह की एजुकेशन अच्छी होती है, बेहतर एजुकेशन मिले तो एम्पावर हो सकते हैं। और इसी एजुकेशन की वजह से मुझे पता चला कि कैसे रिसोर्सेज चाहिए मैं और मुझे क्या चीजें पता होनी चाहिए थी जो कि मैं आगे बढ़ सकती थी। जैसे जब मैं ग्रेजुएशन करने गई तो मेरा लैंग्वेज बैरियर था क्लासरूम में, क्योंकि मैं बीबीए करने गई थी और मैं हिंदी मीडियम की बच्ची थी और अचानक से मुझे इंग्लिश में जब शिफ्ट करना पड़ा तो मुझे बहुत सारी चीजें आती थी पर मैं हेजिटेट करती थी कि मैं कैसे बोलूं, यहाँ तो और बच्चे बहुत। पर वो एजुकेशन ही है जिसने मुझे एम्पावर किया कि मैं अपनी बातों को किसी भी प्लेटफॉर्म पे रख सकती हूँ। तो और मेरी यही स्टोरी है और इसको मैं बहुत अच्छे तरीके से
आप
बिल्ड करती हूँ।
आपको बहुत ही अच्छी स्टोरी है आपकी। और ये कहानी आप बताते रहो चंद्रा, बिकॉज आप ये कहानी नहीं बताओगे, दुनिया को नहीं बताओगे, तो लोग यही कहते रहेंगे सोनभद्र पिछड़ा है, लेकिन क्यों पिछड़ा है लोगों को पता नहीं चलेगा।
बिल्कुल।
आप शायद उन शख्सों में हो जो कि सोनभद्र को वो पिछड़ा से आगे लेके जा रहे हो। यू आर along with you are accelerating the district, you are taking it to, you've given it a recognition। ठीक है, आप आगे आप बाहर आए, आप पढ़ाई किए, आपने एमबीए किया, आप डेवलपमेंट सेक्टर में काम कर रहे हो, यू आर अ रोल मॉडल टू व्हाट सोनभद्र कैन बी टुडे, टुमारो एंड इज टुडे, राइट। तो अपना स्टोरी आप बताओ, क्योंकि आपके स्टोरी से बहुत सारे लड़कियां आपके डिस्ट्रिक्ट में आपके स्टोरी सुनेंगे ऑन, एंड there is something that is, and I think you know about this in your from your MBA classes, if you can see it you can be it। अगर आपको बच्चियां देखेंगे, आपसे मिलेंगे, बात करेंगे, so tomorrow they will have the aspiration of being another Chandra।
हाँ
and if you are not putting yourself out, उसकी पॉसिबिलिटी ही नहीं रहेगी।
बिल्कुल। मैंने देखा कि मेरे पढ़ाई करने के बाद बहुत सारी लड़कियों को उनके पेरेंट्स ने आगे पढ़ाई के लिए उनको अलाउ किया है। और इनफैक्ट लड़कियां अभी उस गांव से निकल के किसी ने कुछ बीएड किया, कोई बीटीसी कर रही हैं, तो लोग काम करने के लिए आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। मुझे इस बात की सबसे ज्यादा खुशी हुई कि किसी एक व्यक्ति ने ऐसा इनिशिएटिव लिया, जिस मेरे पेरेंट्स ने, कि जिसकी वजह से और पेरेंट्स को मौका मिला कि वो अपने बच्चों को बाहर भेज पाए। और
बिल्कुल, द
अगर
फर्स्ट स्टेप इज ऑलवेज द bravest step and the most important step। और आपके पेरेंट्स ने वो, the thing is Chandra, I don't know how you are, how old you are, but the biggest gift that your parents have given you is the chance to fail। आपके पेरेंट्स ने आपको वो व्हाट शुड आई से, आपको वो कॉन्फिडेंस दिया, आपको वो बैकिंग दिया। कल अगर मान लो आप फेल हो जाते हैं किसी भी मोड़ पे, पेरेंट्स वर देयर। एंड आई थिंक एनी पेरेंट इन टुडेज इंडिया who gives their kids the chance to fail, more often than not they succeed। आपने सक्सीड इसलिए किया कि आपके पेरेंट्स ने वो पहला ब्रेव स्टेप लिया था। And I think that will empower a lot of other parents, that will inspire a lot of other kids। I think we have deviated from the discussion that we were in about storytelling and personal branding. But Chandra, do tell your story. Tell your story to your peers, your community, and definitely on social media.
Sure.
Thank you very much।
Thank you.
I will just have one last question। Somali, can I hear from you, please?
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. I know already time has passed, but because I could relate, our startup is also from the education sector, so that's why I wanted to contribute, continuing this conversation. So I would just start with a problem statement that I think all of us can relate with. In a classroom, like in every classroom, we see that there are different kinds of students that we say, like let's say good, average, below average, or moderate. Now, our traditional methods can only identify students based on the score or the performance and fails to identify why they fall in those categories, what problem they might be facing, and what can be the personalized solution that they require to overcome those problems. Also, in our modern like MCQ based question, evaluator cannot understand why the student is choosing certain MCQs. What is the mindset behind solving the questions? Are they copying or guessing? Or if they know the concept, how accurately they know about the content? So, like our startup is One Oath. So we in here at One Oath, we have come up with a solution. So we have actually developed an assessment that goes beyond the traditional method of evaluation. So here we have developed like a questionnaire where after choosing the option, you have to first justify your answers, that why you think it is a correct answer, wrong answer, correct answer or wrong answer, and provide proper logic by solving the questions. So by that we can understand the mindset of the student. So here we do not categorize the students based on the marks or performance. By the patented assessment, we have this consists of different academic traits like knowledge gap, learning gap, silly mistake, concentration, focus, study habit, retention power, cognitive skills. So these are certain words that as a student we use a lot of time. Like you have low retention power, low study habit, you do a lot of silly mistakes, but we do not have any scale to measure them. So we have redefined these traits and developed our own scale to measure the traits. And based on that, we provide more personalized recommendation and deeper insights about their performance. So our aim is to deliver this personalized content and recommendation to all the users to cater their needs in learning. So also we are building the world's first social media for education. Now, a question might come: why education is required? Like why social media is required for personalized education? So suppose there are 5 students from class 10 having a same issue in a particular topic. They may ask the teacher or the internet for the solution, but they will always get generalized solution because the problem is same. But our platform here understands that the reason behind the problem is different for different students. And therefore, we provide personalized solution to each student, even if the problem is same. So in our social media, the personalized assessment is the key. Here we have different types of assessment like career based, interest wise, need wise, and we have another set of traits, personality traits. So based on the assessment, our recommendation engine actually categorizes the content and meets with the student's individual requirement in the form of videos, articles, pictures, like
Somali, I
summaries.
got it. Have you
Yeah.
got it certified by any agency? And has any of the agencies certified your procedure,
Yeah,
your
we have
marks?
yes, we have already patented the traits, and we have got the primary certificate. The whole technical things are not yet done, so we this is the provisional
Have you done
patent.
a pilot? Have you done a
Yes, we
pilot?
have. Yes, we have run a pilot in lot of government schools in West Bengal, and also we have worked with Ryan Group of International Schools. So we are already collaborating with them. So they have
Hmm.
also taken our test, and also motion education, which is one of the for NEET and JEE students. So we have also provided them our content. We have done a lot of surveys, and we have taken a lot of feedbacks and testimonials from schools, principals, and headmasters that we are giving very much accurate results and feedbacks that are matching with their these traits which I told about. So we can actually analyze this and match with their problem statements and give a deeper insight about those and recommend them proper what they should follow to overcome those. Like if you know about Jadavpur with Vidyapit, we are working right now in West Bengal. We have worked in lot of government schools. So Jadavpur Vidyapit is one of the leading schools, like leading government schools. So we have also given them this assessment, and we have got testimonials from different headmasters and principals. And we work through referral basis. So we have already done 15,000 assessments also, and we work through referral basis. So we get referrals from schools who like our product, and then we continue. And also
Excellent.
yeah. So also one more thing I would like to add that we also see that in our lifetime we might come across 40 to 50 teachers, let's say, but only approximately 4 to 5 of them may be best fit for us. So the rest of the 40 to 45 teachers may be liked by some other students, because we have identified that there are a lot of parameters that needs to be matched, like our learning way and their delivering way. So we are using the powerful tool of AI to categorize the tutors also and match them with the students. So every student will
Got
get
it.
the best fit teacher. So that we are aiming to build of AI as a personalized mentor. And so also students have no I can say opportunity right now. There is no one who is providing exceptionally a solution for these kind of problems in education. So we are trying to provide that, and already getting some good feedback. So yeah, this is the story, as we have recognized that every student faces these problems and they do not even realize that there are certain kind of solutions. So we are trying to give them the solution to this.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, and one of the best things of interacting with you entrepreneurs is that since many of you have education, businesses in education, a lot of you can connect with each other and see where are the synergies and where each one of you can collaborate with the other. So so this automatically becomes in a way a place for you to market your stuff, and also maybe a marketplace for you in the future. And in the end, I think Gunjan, I'm sorry that we have overrun time, but it was a great engaging session for me to learn from a lot of you and be inspired as well. One of my mottos in life is to inspire and be inspired. And I was truly inspired in this session. I welcome all of you to Durgapreneur, and hope you are able to pitch your stories, and there are listeners, there are funders who take on your piece and accelerate the process. Also at Entrepreneury, which is a part of Aspire for Her, the company that is doing all these sessions for you, the next 5 sessions will also come to you as a part of Aspire for Her. We typically accelerate women-led businesses. We have 22,000 women entrepreneurs, 22,000 plus women entrepreneurs in the community. If you want to join us and see how to best market your product, find market linkages, find a community that will handhold you during the process, we are here. Thank you very much. Thank you. Gunjan, just wanted to know, do we end the session here? I think we will call it a good evening for all of us then. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much for this session.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.